So good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good. First of all, I would like to welcome all of you to this holistic science seminar by HSCRF, Holistic Inner Science Foundation. It is a pleasure for the Center for Indic Studies to host this seminar in University of Massachusetts, Dartmouth. We are grateful to Dr. Shailesh Ji, who came all the way from India to have a wonderful presentation, have one-day seminar, and also we are grateful to Rajnikant Ji, and also grateful to Professor Madhu Javeri Ji. These are all the names, a few names I am calling, but there are so many people behind this organization, and I am grateful to all these people to make this seminar event. To begin with, actually, the question is why we need this kind of a seminar and why we need this for the students. Does it benefit anyone? Because we attend so many seminars, academic seminars, in management seminars, science seminars, and engineering seminars, where we have some academic content, wherein we have the kind of, we focus on intelligence quotient. Most of the focus on the seminars, academic seminars, are on the IQs, and then management seminars, most of them, they try to address the EQs, emotional intelligence quotient, by Daniel Goleman, and few seminars like Vedanta Conference seminar and Holistic Science seminar, they focus on SQ, that is spiritual coefficient. And these seminars will benefit everybody, and especially students in particular, because they are in the embryonic stage of entering into the real life scenarios. So the moment they complete the education, this is what they do. So this is, we are hosting this in the university for the benefit of students and everybody, so that they will have better understanding of the concept of self. We try to know others. We don't try to know ourselves. Who I am, who am I, what is in my mind? Is it my body? Is it mind? Is it spirit? Is it soul? What is that? Many people try to look for answers elsewhere, and I am hoping, I am pretty sure, Holistic Science Seminar will give answers to most of the questions. This is what, when I was talking to Shailesh Ji the other day, when we have 100 questions, he has 101 answers. He has answered the question even when we don't have. So that is the scholarly nature of the people here in this seminar. And I welcome everybody. Please welcome everybody to this seminar. Grand welcome, opening. We started a little late today, and gradually, this is a one whole day seminar, and students will be joining soon, and we have about 50 to 60 or 70 students expecting gradually. And before that, I would like to, I don't want to take much time, I would like to welcome first Dr. Sukalyan Sengupta to speak a few words about Center for Indic Studies, and then we can go from there to the seminar. Please, Dr. Sukalyan Sengupta, welcome.
Thank you, Satya. And on behalf of the Center for Indic Studies, I would like to echo Satya's feeling. I would like to welcome you all. And Satya has told me that there will be some more attendees from the student population coming in as the day progresses. So just a few words about the Center for Indic Studies. We were founded in 2001. And we have in our midst some of the founding members like Professor Madhu Javeri. He was, as you know, a professor in the Civil and Environmental Engineering Department, and also I mean, since retired now, but also a founding member of this center. And our goal all along has been to be a platform where we can disseminate Indic knowledge systems, Indic wisdom, and also be a forum where we can discuss, debate, and argue different places. So it's more like a marketplace approach. So people come in, bring in their thoughts, and as Satya so very beautifully said, one of the biggest challenges today is that we have all this information on our fingertips or on the click of our iPhones. But none of that is really going to help us understand ourselves. And in fact, it could act as a deterrent to understand ourselves. And so the question is, what can we do to understand the self, which is the most critical thing to understand? And it's not really even understanding per se. I mean, when I read a chemistry book, I understand a chemistry concept. But when we are talking of self, understanding is not really the right word, but we will not get too much into the Sanskrit. I'm sure Shailesh ji today will set the stage, as it were, and subsequent speakers will talk about it. So our role as the center is to not only provide this wonderful space and the logistics part, but to spur amongst the students a desire for something much more meaningful. So we were talking just this morning, Rajani Bhai and myself, that the student population here, we have now, how many, Satya? How many Indian students? Close to 200?
About 150.
We have about 150 Indian students and of course many more international students. So this student population, I believe, will be very well served by not only such events as today's, but a more comprehensive, let's say, a course or a program, something like that. So, but this doesn't really happen from our side. This has to come from the student side. If the students, those of you who are here, if after today's workshop ends, if you think this is something which has spurred interest in you and you are hungry for more such events, then you should bring it up to us, and then we can in turn take it to the administration and say that this is a big demand from the student side. So enriching this today's event with something much more substantive, that will be our goal. With that, I thank you again, and thank you, Satya.
So thank you very much for your encouragement and introduction. And about the Indic studies, we have so many seminars coming up in Indic studies, and we let students to know, and we expect them to attend to these seminars and then get your intellectual currency enriched by these seminars. And now I would like to welcome Dr. Shailesh Mehta ji. Before that, just one small thing. There is some self-evaluation questionnaire. We request all the students to complete the questionnaire either during the session or in the middle of the session, and submit it when you leave at the end of the session, so that we can see, and we can, I'm going to run the data and then see academically what we are doing here and all that. And Dr. Shailesh ji, before starting, he wanted to see what questions you have in mind, and you can ask him what you expect during the day, and please write them down, and then when he comes here he can say, this is what I expect. I want to know, here the problem here is that people get mad, sad, angry and all these. It's not because they don't have something, what they think, okay, why are you sad? I made grade B in the class. But why are you sad? I am not sad because I made B. I am sad because my friend made an A. He is worried his friend got a higher grade than him, than he did not get. So we try to compare ourselves with others. So that is the biggest problem. And any questions what you have in mind, you can ask him, so that he will bring it in today's seminar for the benefit of your understanding and enriching your knowledge. So with this brief introduction, I would like to welcome Dr. Shailesh Mehta ji to this stage. Please welcome him.
So, very good morning to everybody, and I, Dr. Shailesh Anand ji, greet you all with a feeling of hearty friendship and oneness. As I go along, I'll just expand onto that why I am greeting you, and really am I greeting you or am I greeting my own self? Okay. Have I come for you or have I come for myself? That also we will deal as we go along. Well, why are you all here today? Because as I was moving with Dr. Satya ji yesterday, he was requesting or asking sort of thing. All students said, please be there. So you are here because Dr. Satya asked you, or you are here because your heart says that you will get something really significant. Anyway, it's my heart that if I can be instrumental to make this moment's most memorable one and maybe most enriching one in your life, so that not right now, but throughout the life, something can be useful to you, something can be enriching to you. Having said that, we start with introduction to holistic inner science and the seminar part. So everybody knows that as Professor Sukalyan ji also said, that in present era of the progress of various disciplines of science, not only information or communication technology, genetics, stem cells, nanotechnology, God particles or neutrinos, we have everything on our fingertip, and as if we are ready to conquer the world. It's good that I can talk to anybody sitting here in USA right in from my home, seeing the face. That's good and it's welcome. But if I look within, do I have inner unrest? Because nobody likes difficulties in life. Does any one of you like the difficulties in life? Say me yes or no. No. But they do come, yes or no? Yes. Right now student phase is a challenging phase, right? There may be so many difficulties, right? So yes, in a routine perspective I don't like, but if I change my belief or vision, they are really very good for my development. Unless the difficulties come, I don't know what are my inner potentials. I don't develop them to overcome them. I don't become mature person. So this is one example I gave. Okay, how can I change my belief and how can I gain out of it? So now I connect this to some of the references in modern scientists researching into the area to just establish that how this is a science and how everybody is converging to the same thing. And I read somewhere that in a past century, it was the century of the progress of various material and physical sciences. This century or decade may be a research of holistic inner science or spiritual or inner sciences, and somebody has quoted that by the research into this inner area, probably the mankind will have a progress in one decade equivalent to 1 century made by the physical or material sciences. So beliefs work like the software of life, driving the mind, speech and body. Yesterday I was in Professor Satyaji's class and there were some IT guys, so I was asking them, where is the software of life? The computer also has a software. So where is the software of life? And if I know the software of life, I can meddle or change or put the better programs. So beliefs work like software, driving my mind, speech and body. Beliefs control everything and shape our personal reality, and here is the scientist Bruce H. Lipton. There are many, but I am quoting one or two. This gentleman is a cell scientist, he is expert in human cell cloning. By 25 years of research, he has come out with a beautiful book, Biology of Belief, and he has proved by scientific proofs that the beliefs affect all our cells of the body. By change of your belief, you can change your entire life. So this field is known as epigenetics and neuroscience and other things I am just mentioning for those who are into the science. And there is another gentleman, Rob Williams, he has a Psych-K program, he based on how can you change your beliefs and how can you change your life. Having said that, what I am going to do in few hours is how easily the holistic science can change your beliefs without any hardship, without any fees, and how can you change the life. So, it is a science of relative inner self. As I go in a second session, I will handle this, how my inner apparatus works. Few more connections, mind, body and conscious connection. Initially as a doctor, we were believing that only body is important, and probably few of my youngster friends may be focusing on the body, gym, cosmetics, aesthetics, beauty products, I do not know how many, good. But believe me, it is not only body, more important is mind and consciousness. And there are sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems. I will show you in another slide, which has the effect of small thing throughout the body. So, we know that this is the nervous system, just for your knowledge, that something happening, somebody sends me the appreciation message on a WhatsApp. Even though I am hungry, my body is full of energy. Somebody at the end may send me the message of criticism, you wasted our time, you did not deliver what was expected of you, and even though I am full on tummy, I will be down by energy. So, how each small thing affects our body. So, this is how it affects all our cells, and there are many researches that stress leads to various hormonal releases, basically cortisol and adrenaline, leading to so many body diseases, so much so that the stress leads to depressed immune system and invites more diseases. So, reverse also has to be true. Here I will quote you a very real life situation example. In Hyderabad, India, there was a conference of around 5,000 to 6,000 cardiologists. What can you imagine, who must be the chief guest or guest of honor or a guest speaker? Can you imagine anything? World best cardiologist, Madhubhai, Satyaji, should be. In ophthalmology conference, of course, he has to be world best ophthalmologist. Here the chief guest or guest of honor was a spiritual person, not the world best cardiologist. And she started her address, you being the cardiologists, you know how much the effect of stress has on the body? Yes, yes, very well, hypertension, heart attack. How many of you are free of stresses? Not a single finger was raised. And the third sentence was, could you go back and reflect to your life that whatever you had reacted or responded or handled the situation, could have been there a better way of handling the same? So, having said that, there are many proofs that there is not only gross body, electrical body and functioning and aura bodies. So, if you take your picture when you are angry, when you are in hatred mode, when you are in a revenge mode, the pictures will be different. But when you are in a forgiving mode, when you are in a loving mode, when you are in a helping mode, the pictures will be different. So, there are n number of proofs suggesting that everything is acting in all levels. And here I have put some few references. The normal Cousins was the first person who came out to the world. He was told by the doctors that nothing can be done now for you, sir, we are sorry. And he decided, why not, now I will work. By positive attitudes and by his energy, inner energy, he healed his condition. Not only that, he went across the world sharing his experience with all the doctors, and he came out with a wonderful book, Anatomy of Illness and Head First. So, there are so many examples. Dr. Jem Powolsky, MD, he has a book, Change Your Mind and Change Your Life, same thing. So, there is a holistic approach, American Institute of Holistic and Alternative Medicine, and so many references you will come across. There are scientific proofs that our thoughts affect the physical matter and physical outcome. This is a research from Bill Taylor in Arizona and Maryland Schools in California. There is definite interaction between consciousness and matter and so many things. So, holistic inner science is all inclusive, all comprehensive science, useful and beneficial to one and all. It says universe is within and everything is when opinions are driving me. Is that all? No, my intents and motives are driving me, right? Is that all? No, my inner weakness is sometimes anger, greed, pride, deceit also play subtle role in driving me. This is just to make you aware how the life is going on, okay? Do not go into much detail, just keep in mind that there are drivers, okay? And you need to attend that your driver should be good. Now, what is our current status? Professor Madhubhai sent me some few questions that you are from India, you do not know what is going on here, and I said rightly so, I do not know, Madhubhai, please let me know. So, he says it is individual living, I and me, not as our and we, is that right? whole society mostly is individualistic. Okay. Independence, yes. What does independence means? Can you imagine this situation? Have you ever been to India? There is full independence. Youngsters, teenagers who came to India for the first time, oh wow, there is so much independence, everybody can move on the road. No niyams, no laws, but do you want this chaos? So, independence doesn't mean that our and others' life and living can be chaotic. Okay. Freedom of thought, yes, who cares? If you don't care for others, how would you care for by others? It's a echoing. Okay. So, as we go across and if we learn, it is interconnectedness and interdependence. Nature also teaches us that everything is living in harmony or depending on each other, not only humans but all the living beings. And as I said, the quantum physics, Bohr's theorem or Bell's theorem, maybe there may be some mistake, but they proved beyond doubt that two atoms or molecules which were together at one time, when they are placed miles apart, the behavior in one is being reflected in the behavior by the behavior of other, meaning that there is interconnectivity, whether you believe or don't believe, whether you perceive. Wanted to enter the clash with Satyaji, I never wanted to have the clash with Rajni Bhai. Why it occurs? Because in a given situation, I feel I am right, it should be done this way. Satyaji says, I am right, it should be done this way. Rajni Bhai says, I am right, it should be done this way. Everybody feels I am right in a given situation. Is that wrong? No, it's right. I have all the right to put forward my viewpoint, to persuade the others, to try to convince lovingly, but no sooner I become insistent or adamant, the other person will also become insistent. Clashes will start. Then what should I do? I should decide to avoid clashes, and that my inner light will show me the way out, how to resolve the situation amicably and equanimity. With equanimity, I am right, but I should know that everybody can be or is right by his or her own viewpoint. And once I decide that, somebody asked me a question, okay, I decided to avoid clash. So, should I suffer every time? Should I let go every time? Never. Don't do that. If you learn that, it's like a press spring, it will rebound and throw everything third or fourth time. Learn to solve, not to endure or not to let go. Learn to solve, learn to resolve, and once you decide, there is enough inner light which will show you the way out. Another common situation, I am moving to third key. Many times I feel I am not happy with. I may say I am not happy with the attendance. Can I say that? I came all along from India and I am not happy with the attendance. What does it help? I will be a loser. So many times we say I am not happy with, I am not sure has been kind enough to do rest of the things. That is what I am sharing with everybody. Have the wider, purer intents, rest of the things will be done by nature.
Can we say that having the intent to attend and to learn about it has already begun? That is the first step.
Yes.
And then your own mental resolve to pursue it further is all that we need.
Yes.
The rest, the doors are going to open.
Yes.
The rest is details.
Yes.
What, where, how. But
Yes.
getting oneself to come to a point.
If you can give me. Okay. So she is rightly saying that the journey has already started. Now the point is continue it, because in this world so many inputs and influxes are going on throughout the day in, day out to my body. I have to use discretionary vision, what to select and how to continue, and otherwise what will happen? I will go away, after a few days you will forget everything. Okay. So it is up to you how to remain connected and continue that.
First of all, I would like to thank you for your interesting and information speech. I would like to hear your opinion about one thing that you specified. I believe that yes, whatever you mentioned, we can lead a happy life if we keep questioning